Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GWE100, the Tier 10 German SPG. This one's located on the southeast spawn of Fjords, and it's under the command of randyxx777 of the War Clan.
Let's get this show on the road.
Game on! Well, it's a 21cm howitzer with the standard stun shells. It's capable of 900 alpha, 53mm of pen, 11.4 meters on burst radius, between 12.5 and 31 seconds of stun. But with the HE, the extra HE, it's capable of 1200 alpha, 66mm of pen, but that burst radius goes down to 6 meters, but it can be quite effective at that level. And you can see the Vinnie Jones skin on the outside. We've seen this RT many times before. Of course, Randy does love sending in replays where he does well. First target we see is a 60 TP. We don't have a shot on him from this angle. There's a Skoda T50 also in that pass, but he sees this unit 16. And I think that's going to be the one that we're going to go for. Let it dial in. That's it. Rounds out. Well, the first shell does 288 hit points of damage. Landed alongside the guy. You can see that. Splashed him. This tank is very, very flat in terms of its shape. If you try to hit it on a horizontal basis, it actually is very difficult to penetrate, but if you actually hit it from above, it's a little easier. Rounds out the second shell. Lands to the right of it. And we did get some stun assist off that shot, so it's working out okay for us so far. The enemy RT in this game is a Batchat 155-58. Now he has a 155mm howitzer, but he has 3 shots and 10 seconds between each shot and a long reload. The reload on this Arty is, by the book, 37.39 seconds, and you can see here that the reload we've managed is 28.85, or rather Randy's is managing to do. Okay, Skoda T50, but we can't get a shot in there. Well, the units just went down to our 121. We fire in around at these, at the gorilla, and oh, look at the amount of stun assist we pulled off that one. Over 1200 hit points of assist in that game, in that shot alone, so that's really worthwhile. Okay, but that Skoda T50's decided to go down into the pool. But I think he's going to find out that was a bit of a mistake, because there's a Centurion Action 10 behind him. And and there goes the shot. Unfortunately, we just missed the Skoda. They're both firing at each other. It's going to be a little while before we see a shot in that direction. So we're looking at this strip 1030. But no. In fact, actually, the Skoda T50 does go down to the Centurion Action 10. We're 6 up on the enemy at the moment, so this is a good game. Oh, and that did cause damage to the Felice. And we're getting stun assist. Well, there's another target. It's a Batchat 25 ton. He's behind that rock at the moment. We should be able to land a shell over the top. We're loaded. Rounds out. And that will have stunned him for sure. We're 9 up on the enemy. Now we're 10 up. This could be a 15-0 if we don't lose any. Unfortunately, we did lose 2, so it's not going to be a 15-0. But it certainly ought to be a whitewash, because the enemy is actually being thrashed. Another round out on the Batchat. And more stun. We saw a tree go down there, so I think he did get affected by that shot. Okay. We can't hit any of the others. The Batchat's the only one we have got a legitimate shot on, unless we move to the position at E8. If we move to E8, we can shoot into the corner. South Pass. Another shell goes in on the Batchat. He's not going to last very long. He's been stunned. Our teammates are going in. We might get some stun assist if we're lucky. Yes, we do. And it's a nice amount. And there you go. That's the remainder of it. And that's it. 15-3 is the end. Here's the end of battle stats of the first game, and that was an ace tanker game for Randy XXX777 with War Clan in the GWE 100. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed 7 in this one. And his win rate, well, that was only 1,406 because he didn't do much in the way of actual damage. It was mostly stun assists that he managed to get that ace tanker. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see, and he says how much assist damage matters a lot in getting an ace tanker, because he actually only got 1,815 hit points of actual damage in the game. The high scorer was the 121 who managed 4,160, and the second highest was the standard B with 2,869, followed by the Centurion Action 10 who managed 2,725. So that 1,815, he was beaten by, let's have a look, 5 members of the enemy team, and he was also beaten by 6 members of the his own team, which means that actually he was 12th when it came to damage. When it came to kills, we can see the top scorer was the 121. He managed 4 kills in that game. The standard B managed 2, and then most of the rest actually just got 1 kill or nothing. And in fact, actually for Randy, that was nothing because he just hit a lot of the enemy, but he didn't get enough to actually get a Confederate. When it came to base XP, we can see he's right at the top of the table. 912 was enough for an ace tanker, and 889 went to the 121, and 888 went to the Emil 2. So it was just 1 experience point between the second place and third place player. He fired only 8 rounds in that game to get an ace tanker. He got no direct hits, no penetrations, and just 7 splashes. 1,815, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage for the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he got 3,711 hit points of stun assist off 7 stuns, and that's where he got the ace tanker. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 79,491 credits from the game, including a 50,000 mission completion bonus, and he got 7 bonds, with it being tier 10, and 2,736 experience points out of the game. So it does matter a lot how much assist you manage to get. If you actually do use the non-stun HE, you might get more damage, but you also might give up the chance to actually get an ace tanker. So that's the end of the first game. It was a good one. Let's have a look at the second replay. The second replay is on the Ruinberg map.
Time to roll out.
Game on! Well, it'll be interesting to see where he goes in this one. The Batchat 155.58 decided to go into the courtyard, so he's going to fire from that position. In the meanwhile, it looks to me like Randy is going to fire from the spawn point. Enemy in sight. Skoda T50, almost fully dialed in. Lined up, rounds out, and unfortunately the guy moved out the way. Now that Foch is getting a bit of a problem, so we have to back in. Well, he didn't want to knock over that 88 sitting there, because that would give a clue to his position. Looks like the enemy tanks that actually did come up that road were prevented from going any further to the main highway, but he fires around in on the E5, and yes, he definitely gets something off that one. 345, and he's getting stun assist already, lots of it. Oh, that was a good shot. That certainly was worthwhile, because the E5's gone down, and he picked up 869 stun assists off that one shot alone. BZ58-2 has come to that position. Now, I suspect that he's actually sitting behind that wreck at the moment, and so putting a shell right next door to the wreck might actually do the job. No, he's decided not to shoot for a moment. He wants to clean a target. Not sure why he's doing this. Right, there you go. He is now. He is there.
That was close.
Only 93 from the splash, but it looks like the BZ managed to clear the stun very, very quickly. So he's not going to get anything more from that shot alone. Object 263 over in that corner. And the Gorilla 15 popping up every now and then. The BZ still remains his best target for extra XP. Yep, that one worked. 247. And of course he can't clear the stun this time. Sadly though, it looks like nobody's going to shoot in that guy's direction for a while. Wait until he's steady. Rounds out. Yeah, that's a direct hit. Oh, he's lost a lot of hit points. Oh yes, that one really did work, and it stunned him as well, so he could go down with the next hit, and he does. So we got some stun assist off that guy as well. Well, the Godkavitsa is just around the corner. Land the shell on the corner. We might get something. In fact, he's on the move. We fire in. Unfortunately, it looked like for a second he wasn't going to hit that, but I get the feeling from that sound that it did actually hit the Godkavitsa. And now we've got an event going on. If Wargaming can go to all the trouble of actually staging these events where walls are knocked down and new paths are made, it would certainly be possible for Wargaming to enable buildings to be knocked down by artillery fire. Of course, if you could try and collapse a building on top of an enemy tank, that could be the end of the enemy tank. I'm not sure if Wargaming's up for that yet, but it is something they could consider in the future. Well, he managed to get some stun and 81 hit points of damage off the BZ. Now that K91's hiding very carefully. The BZ58 thinks that he can use that channel. I think we need to change position, really, to be honest. If we change position just a tiny bit, we should be able to hit the BZ58 and the 263 from a different angle. He's now got a shot on the BZ. Oh, that was a little... I don't think he meant to do that. I think he accidentally fired, which is a pity. Now there are targets out in the village as well. Nothing he can shoot at the moment. Now he's got a shot. Okay, in fact now he's got several shots. And the Skoda suddenly appeared and rounds out. Stops him in his tracks. 338, and we just found the one of the enemy Arty. He is in the corner behind that bush. Now we're 3 up on the enemy, so this game is going well. 2,254 stun assists so far, so it could be another ace tanker game. Line it up. Ground south. Oh, just over the top of his engine deck. Might have been easier to go for that bush because I'm pretty certain there is an Arty sitting directly behind it. And I think it might be the T92 for that matter. It is. No, it's not the T92. He is somewhere near, but it wasn't him. And that's a kill shot. Splash kill. The Bat Chat must be the one in the corner. Okay, so the town center belongs to us. It's just clearing up the remaining enemy in the southeast corner of the map. We have a shot on the Gorilla 15, but he's going to move behind that rock, behind the building rather. No shot now. Go for the enemy Arty. Instead, he's going to go for the K91, who's up against our TS60. Not so sure this is a good use of shell. No, it didn't work. Unfortunately, all it actually did is hit our ally, the TS60, which means now that Randy cannot get the high caliber. I'm pretty certain, yes, the other Arty is firing at the Bat Chat. He was in the corner. And we've been spotted. And I think it might be this Gorilla 15 who's still on fire. Now, that's a hit. Yep, we did get discovered though, so the enemy Arty might try to hit us. I think he's probably still in reload at this moment. And yep, there he is, definitely behind that bush. And that shell was aimed in our general direction, so it might be, it was, well, he was aiming towards the cap area. I think he just made a general mistake there. Okay, go for it. He's actually behind the bush, but that's a hit. That definitely hit. And the Bat Chat on our team just killed that guy, which means we would have got the stun assist. And we have platooned, and it's with the CS63. Both of us got 2 kills, but there's only 1 enemy left, so there's no chance of getting a brothers in arms. But let's see what we can do. There's the strip. And yes, we're stripping away the hit points. We are capping at the moment, which is a bit of a mistake, but I suppose it's just to put pressure on the guy. And there goes the kill shot. It was the Foch 155 that got him in the end. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was another ace tanker game for Randy XXX777 of the War Clan in the GWE100. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 14, and he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate from that one, 3,348, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see he actually did get the highest damage on his team, but not the highest damage in the game. The Gorilla 15 got the high caliber for 4,958 hit points of damage. Second highest actually went to the K91 on the enemy team, 3,751. And the third highest damage, well, that went to Randy XXX777. He managed 2,991. When it came to kills in this one, well, there's a lot of players who share the top spot because they all got 2 kills apiece, including Randy. He got 2 kills. The Foch 155, the TS60, and the CS63 all got 2. And on the enemy team, another 4 tanks, the Gorilla 15, the K91, the Skoda T50, and the Strib 103B. All managed 2 kills apiece. When it came to base XP, it's Randy. Yep, he got that one as well. So he's got the top in the number of kills and the number of base XP. He got 983. 956 went to the CS60, and the CS63 that he platooned with got 938. He fired 15 rounds in that one, got 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 13 splash. Damage of 2,991, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 9 of the enemy, killed 2, so there's the Confederate. 2,629 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. Now, can we tell which ones we actually managed to get the penetration? He said 1 penetration, so let's have a look and see if we can discover who that happens to be. The Gorilla? Yes, it was. He hit the Gorilla for 270, and it was a penetrating shot. The guy came round the corner, and the shell met him just as he came round, so it was very nicely timed. Go back to the rest of the details. We can see that on a free-to-play account on this occasion, he actually made a loss of 6,248 credits. If he had been on a premium account, he would have made a profit of 16,228. When it came to to bonds, he actually made 37. 30 for a mission achievement, 7 for the being tier 10, and he also managed to get 4,915 experience points out of this one as well as getting a mission completion bonus of 3,932. He says not the best map, but it's still an ace tanker, and I think he got that because he did a lot of stun assists. He kept pushing and persisting, and it really does pay off in the long run. If you keep pumping those shells out and hit as many of the enemies as you can, you not only pick up a Confederate, but you might actually pick up enough stun assist to get that ace tanker. Hope you enjoyed this replay along with the previous one on the Fjord map. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.